All right. Um, as you can see, Remind is going to be our primary form of communication because it goes directly to our phones, and we always carry our phones with us. So that's first and foremost. The syllabus test and the Remind test, all you have to do there is look over the syllabus and send me a message on Remind that says you've read it and you understand it, or if you have any questions about it. And then you get hundreds for both of those. So, and you couldn't be anything easier than that, I hope. And which is, I'm gonna try to make this course the same way. The whole thing about it is make it as painless as possible for y'all. I sent you all earlier also a updated syllabus that has I took off, if some of y'all went online, I took off chapter 5 and the introductory stuff. I do that in my long semesters because we've either had a summer vacation or a Christmas vacation, and students have forgotten a lot of the stuff. So, and that gets us going into the scheme of things. Calculus 2 starts in chapter 6. So, since we're just now started the semester, I removed everything else, and which we want to use for reviews, and we're going to start at chapter 6. So, there's pretty much, if you cover one topic a day, Monday through Friday, that should be everything you need to finish a course by the 30th or 31st. And I've also sent you all, and they're also on the syllabus online. You'll notice a link to videos of lectures and PDF of notes. Those are lectures, the video copies of my notes and my lectures from this past semester. So if you want to watch it, you're more than welcome to go and click that and watch that video. And I will be working on the solution sets for all the homework assignments as well. So if you get stuck on that, you can just pop on and look at the solution sets. There will be no final exam. The final exam will be simply the average of all your chapter tests. And so that way, because we only have 3 weeks to do everything, so I don't want to overdo everything for y'all. There will not be any formal lectures because there are people who work during the daytime or people work at nighttime or they have families. So everything, the only due date we have is 11:59 p.m. on May 31st. Anything after that, I don't have control over. That's when the system shuts down, and I don't have control over that. So I'll change the date to May 31st. So you have everything up to then. All the chapter exams and the homework assignments, the practice exams, as some of you all have been asking the same question there, is what about the practice exams? Those are not required. The practice exams are only there for your practice. If you take a practice exam, then 10% of whatever score you make will go on as bonus points to your chapter exam. So if you make an 86, then you get 8.6 points added on to your chapter. I mean, I'll round it up to, I use rounding rules and I round it up to 9. So I'll give you 9 points on your chapter exam. So there really isn't a reason why anybody should fail the exams. You can take the homework assignments as many times as you want to. There's no limit. The practice exams, same thing there. If I think it's right now it's set to only 3, but if you need more chances at the practice exams, just send me a message and I'll increase it by 3 each time. The same goes with the chapter exams. If you took it 3 times and you think you can do better, send me a message, a remind, and I will increase the number to 3 more. All right. So yeah, I want to do that because I don't want anybody to when you do the homework or a test or anything, don't cheat. Don't let the computer do the work. Don't use any of these apps and AI tools that'll do the work for you. It's not going to help you in Cal 3 or when you take differential equations or linear algebra or anything like that. So uh, do it on your own. And if you get stuck, then try it and then go back and review your notes, take the test again as many times as you need it till you're happy with the grade. I will be available actually starting tomorrow evening. After that, I'm pretty busy with a bunch of school stuff. But after that, uh, send me a message. If you're doing your homework, send me a message and I will respond as fast as I can. Okay, so if I can't respond by texting it, then what I'll do is when I get home from where I am, I will write up the solution set in a video form and I'll send it to you. And so that way you'll see step by step by step. As you can see here, if you have any questions, then we could just meet on Zoom and we can discuss over the internet, and I could do the work if you get stuck and walk through whatever we need to here. So this is the same as being in a classroom, except that you do it from your the comfort of your own living room. Let's see what else. There are no attendance. The Yeah, so don't believe what whenever you check your grades, don't look at what my math lab has or what's online, because again, it doesn't treat the practice exams as the same way I do, and it doesn't treat the homework exams because I take the average of the homework exams and count that as one grade. Then I take each exam separately and count those as own grades. And the average of that will be a final exam grade, which I count twice, and then the remind and syllabus test grades. So if you want me to send you a format of how to calculate your grade, I'll do that. But pretty much, if you do good on all your tests and stay up on the homework, then you pretty much see what your grade's going to be. Uh, any questions? Hello.
Any chance you're going to teach multivariable in the fall?
Let me see. What's that?
Any chance you're going to teach multivariable in the fall?
There's always a possibility. What I do in my classes is I send a request into to my dean, and it's kind of like it's based on seniority, who's been there the longest, who's taught the course the longest. And so, yes, also all my classes, the way
Or
I go
DPQ,
about,
either one.
what's that?
I said, or PQ, either one.
Was it, yeah, and send me a list of all the courses that you may be interested in taking, and I'll put the request in, because what I do is I offer the math department that I'll do the classes face to face, because a lot of people take them online and there's that. But don't worry about that. Even if it's offered all my classes, if they're face to face, I live stream all my classes. So if I get the course, then if you want to take it online, then just sign up for my face to face class and just do it online. So it all depends on what they say. So I'll put the requests in at the end of this week of whatever you guys may be interested in taking this fall, and I'll tell you what they say when the time comes. I really don't mind giving up my algebra or statistics or any lower courses than that. I'd rather teach these upper courses.
Yeah, for two sections of multivariable over the summer, they say instructor to be announced. So like
Really? Thank you for letting me know. I could see if I put my name on there. Is it online or is it face to face?
online.
Yeah,
Really?
if you teach multivariable, I will 100% take it. Otherwise, I'm on the fence right now.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. Thank you. Yes, so send me a remind of exactly what course number, what section, and
Sure.
I have to submit a formal form of requesting the class. I'm surprised that they're letting it be this long without having a name associated to it. Thank you. Let me know. So yeah, I want my students to be stress free as possible. That's why I send you all the videos and lectures. And I'm also going to send you all the solution sets. It's going to be a video and a PDF of everything I write on the videos, so you can follow along with that. Um, I'll start doing those if not this evening and tomorrow. But yeah, I hate when people the typical teacher does in online math courses is they watch the videos that come with the book, which they're like nothing more dry than that. And it's not use for you to go searching for a lecture because that's not what you paid for. So that's why I'll do as much work as I can for you up front. And all I have to do is apologize for having you listen to me lecture. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the best I can for all that. More questions, more questions. Because yeah, those are the most common questions I had. Those of you who asked about what about chapter 5, there were 3 sections in chapter 5 and the calculus 1 review tests and all that stuff. Don't worry about those because yeah, you guys just finished Cal 1 hopefully a week ago, and so it should be pretty fresh on your minds.
So even, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No. So if it's been over a semester and you want to go through review that stuff, then get with me and we can meet a couple of times this week and go over the rules of algebra and the rules of calculus and trig to get you on the same path.
Yeah, I completed the Cal 1 practice test and the chapter 5 stuff.
Oh, all of it? That was pretty quick. No, and that's one thing. And I appreciate students like you are what I thrive for because I love the energy y'all have. I mean, you guys are in this meeting, and that means you really care about math and about learning, and that's all I can ask for. And that's why I will do everything I can to make this thing as painless and enjoyable for you as possible.
But it won't count for a grade or anything, right?
No, because I took it off as if those of you who did look at it earlier and did the stuff, then I'll use that as bonus points for you as well. But it's just a review that some people were getting stuck and trying to access it and not be able to see more in chapter 5, section 5. We're wondering where we're going to start. What also upsets me is I'm in the process of putting a formal request in because if you notice the syllabus, there's no chapter 9, which really bugs me. But the curriculum committee that's taught this course for years decided that that's not that important of a topic, which is just the opposite. Chapter 9 deals with partial differential equations, introduction to linear equations for linear differential equations. So I think that's very important. Unfortunately, won't cover it in this semester. Hopefully in the summertime it'll go. And whenever I do finish that stuff, I'll send videos to chapter 9 lectures and things for y'all. So you won't be left behind.
I'm very interested in PDEs. So if you can get that added back, that would be cool because I want to work in finance, and PDEs are a big part of like stochastic differential equations and whatnot. So
all right, perfect. Yeah, so I'll start working on putting those together as fast as I can. And I'll put the lectures together and the notes and the solution sets also. All right, yeah, I'll do that. It's just that when I first taught the course last fall, I kept on arguing, saying, "No, we need chapter 9. We need chapter 9." They said, "Well, there's no time." I said, "Well, the rest of us, all your professors, we've taken our calculus 2 dealt with 6 chapters straight, and we covered and we lived." So, yeah, I hate for you guys to get shortchanged anything. So let's see what else. But it was the biggest thing these students had questions with were the grades. And again, to me, grades, I don't like. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Somebody asked me that. If you take a test multiple times, I'll only keep the highest score. Again, I'm trying to get everybody from resorting to having to use an AI app to do the work for them. No, see how much you know. Do the best you can, and you can take it as many times as you want to. And as you see, the homework questions, I try to limit the number of questions I require in the homework assignments to no more than 10, maximum 10, because a lot of times instructors ask the same question over and over and over different ways. It's still going to be the same process. So, and especially with the time restraint that we have this mini session, so I'll just go straight to the brass tacks and say, "This is what I want you to know." And if you don't get it right, try review, take a test over it. I only keep the highest scores.
I appreciate that. I noticed it, and thank you so much. That's
Yes,
very,
yeah,
yes.
I do apologize. I didn't make that clear earlier. So yeah, I was just some teachers when I was in school, they let us take the test twice and they averaged the two grades, which kind of didn't make sense. But no, for you guys, I will be more than happy just to keep the highest of the scores. Take that pressure and stress off y'all. More questions, more questions.
So
So-
to reconfirm, so on the syllabus, it says the final, well, there's 5 MyLab chapter tests, but there's only 4 chapters. So instead of 500 points, is it going to be something different?
Yes, because I get rid of the chapter 5. Yeah, we deduct 100 points from there. Yes,
So the total course points would be 900 points.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and the way the course grades are going to be determined is the homework average plus the exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, exam 4, plus remember the final exam is the average of all these. So final exam plus final exam. And then your your syllabus test and your remind test. So add up all those scores, divide by 9, and that's going to be your overall score. Because this way it makes it easier for me when I finish all the calculations at the end of the course. Then I just enter that number into eCampus and it does the grades for you. Thank you. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So we're pretty much finished. All right, Campbell. Yes. If you have any more questions, go ahead and shoot. But that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Was just a basic idea of what the course is about.
So I have a question. I
Yes.
didn't get any email today, so I don't know. I didn't know the meeting was, I just saw the remind message about 9 and I assumed it was at 9 and then I saw something about you coming on here, but I never got any other messages. So I was wondering if you could check and make sure.
I'm glad because what I did is the first thing the first part of every class, I go to my faculty eCampus and I download my roster and I cut and paste all the emails that the students have on whatever they recorded emails they have online with the school. It's usually their Mountain View or their Dallas College email addresses. And I just
Mhm.
cut and paste those into the email and I send it that way.
I'm
So-
getting Brightspace messages because my email address is my Dallas College one. So because I got updates when I was doing the assignments in my math lab or my lab math.
Yes.
So I know my email address is in there. I haven't gotten anything from you in my
That's
email.
weird.
So yeah.
That's really weird. Because yeah, I sent that first. But okay, so then whenever, because again, that's another reason why I hate using emails, because if one student's email is off, then it could throw out all of them saying that they didn't go through because we had one error. That's what I
Right.
like.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I
happening
like
to
with
my
mine.
email as well.
Okay, but now since all of you all are here and you get remind messages, everything I send you will be via remind.
Okay.
And if you want me to send it to your email, then I'll send it through the MyLab Math email system. So that will go straight to your MyLab Math.
Yeah,
account.
I don't need it through email as long as I have the information on remind. I just didn't have the meeting time for tonight. And so I just thought it was 9 because you said something about sending it at 9. So I don't know. I just kind of got lucky and hopped on here.
I do apologize. I said, yeah, today, this last couple of days, because we had to get our grades in yesterday,
Yeah.
and I've been slammed with allergies.
Oh
I've been
no.
pounding Benadryls and Zenatrix and all this everything you think of for allergies. The Zentac, whatever that is,
Yeah.
I mean, and it just knocks me out. I just think- But yeah,
It's a terrible
I
time,
mean,
finals.
oh, yes. And the news said that Dallas is one of the 5 cities in the United States that are worse for allergies.
Oh,
And I've been getting hit really fierce. My back of my throat's itching and the
Mm.
food doesn't taste good.
yeah. So I did catch that you dropped off the chapter 5 stuff. But I had already done all of the stuff except for I did the practice exam. And then I went back in to take the chapter 5 exam and it disappeared. So it might have been like the exact same time. And I was like, what did I do? So that's good to know.
You broke it. You broke it. I
Yeah.
want it back.
Yeah.
No, because because if I left it on there, it just some students were just overwhelmed by how much work they see for the semester.
Mm,
And if you think about it, we only have 3 weeks of time to do this.
yeah.
And that's why I sent you the other schedule, other calendar of things. And I don't have it there, but it's abbreviated and I color coded it for each week. 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you do each one of those topics, then you're in good shape. That'll give you free weekends. But again, that's only one section per day. If you want to do more, you can finish the course by this weekend if you want to.
Right.
So again, it's the pace is up to you. And to be honest with you, I always stress that if you feel comfortable and confident, go ahead and do it as fast as you can because you don't know what's going to happen. Life
Right.
always gets in the way. And so that's also a reason why I make the deadlines for all my assignments the last day of the last hour because you never know what happens. I mean, I'm a prime example.
Yeah.
It's my showers all of a sudden. And fortunately, I had my house balanced this past February a year ago, and if it wasn't, it would have gone who knows where. So it just made a straight line from the bathroom out the door, across my bedroom, and out to the middle part of the house.
Mm.
So I just got my shop vac and cleaned up all that water, and now I gotta wait till the plumbers come and fix whatever's causing the backup.
Mm.
But
Yeah. Well, thank you.
you're more than welcome. Yes. Again, I'm always here for you all. And if you get stuck anywhere, shoot me a message. When you send me a message on a question that you're having trouble with, if you're working on the homework assignments or something, take a picture of it and send it to me. So if I could answer the step by typing it, I'll do it. If not, then I have to do it. I'll either set up a Zoom meeting with you and then we could do it together, or I'll work it out for you and send you the copy of the video so you can follow along that way. Oh, there was something else I was just going to say. Ooh. Thank you. I just something I thought about. I have to do about the meetings and homework. Thank you, but it just slipped my mind. I'm sorry. But if I think about it, I'll send you a message about it. Let's see. Anything else?
Quick question you may or may not know.
Yep.
Would you happen to be teaching Cal 2 for summer 2 or 3? I have a friend that needs it.
Let me see. Because there are so many courses that are still open, I will put a request in.
Okay.
And as right now, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. No, that's fine.
But no, because we were just told earlier that there were 2 other courses that don't have instructors on them. So, but tell your friends that whatever course I teach, if they want an online course and might only teach face to face, not to worry about it because all my classes are live streamed when I lecture, and
Hmm.
so they could participate from where they are. They can either watch it synchronously, or after I finish, I send the videos of the lectures and the notes of the lectures at the end of that week. Pretty much.
Oh.
Has everybody received that list of all the lecture notes and videos?
I
Yes.
have.
Yeah, so that's what I send at the end of during my regular semesters when I have face-to-face classes. That's what I send out. So again, I do apologize. It's like having to listen to that Snoopy's teacher, but I try and make my classes pretty short and sweet, right to the point. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yes, in calculus, two things you have to know that'll make life much easier for you in all the calculus and all the math courses. Understand the theorems. Each chapter, each topic is focused around at least one theorem. The sooner you understand what that theorem talks about and how it relates to what we're dealing with, then all it is from there is just plug and play. Then that's the first big important thing. So stress to learn the theorems. 2, calculus is simply the first step of the process. If you think about dominoes, the whole series of dominoes, calculus is that first one you push. Everything else after that is algebra and trig. So if you have to review anything, it'll mostly be your algebra and trig rules. Oh, also, I'm glad you reminded me, is online also in the notes and sections on the bottom of the sheet, there are cheat sheets, which are formula sheets. Definitely look at those and use those, because we're going to cover inverse functions, which are hyperbolic functions. We're going to look at trig functions, inverse trig functions. And instead of memorizing all those, if you could find a formula that matches that, then just resort to answering the question using that formula. So as you don't have to reinvent the wheel each time you come up with a new question. If it's on the formula sheet, use the formula. So like pretty much like this example here. Well, in the formula sheets, you'll have the integral du over u. If you had an integral of du over u, if it's in that format, whatever your function is, if the numerator is the derivative of that denominator, then we know automatically that's the integral of that format of that function. Again, it's instead of memorizing all this sort of stuff and figure out, okay, what do we do? What's the theorem say? In this case, if you can match something, then we know it's automatically, we can just jump straight to the formula and plug it in there. And again, that's all calculus is. And from there, if we could simplify that even further, then we would do what we can. But that's all calculus is. It's the very first step of the process. All right, that's about it. I'll have to cover is, yeah, so I'm gonna make sure that don't stress about the grades. I'm here to help you whenever you need it, and take as many chances as tries as you want at the tests. And the final exam is simply going to be the average of your test grades.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Thank you all for being here. And
Thank you.
And I'm so sorry I got
Thank you, Professor.
Now I gotta go get my more towels. All right, take care, everybody. I'll be around.
Thanks, Professor. Good night.
Good night.